So, I spent 5 years in Rimworld on the hardest difficulty. This challenge was created by the moderators on r/Rimworld and had users compete in building a Western-themed colony and surviving in it for 5 years. Part of the challenge was building the town first, then surviving. Here is what happened. To start this challenge off, this was the scenario provided by the moderators on r/Rimworld for everyone to use and to participate in. I was using the storyteller, Diego Dyer, who is perhaps one of the hardest storytellers to use. I was using him on the losing is fun difficulty and commitment mode, so whatever happened permanently. This was the seed that we needed to use partner, and I generated a relatively dry desert world since one of the rules was that you had to have your colony in a desert biome, an extreme desert biome, or an arid shrubland. I didn't want an extreme desert because there would be no food there, and I did not want an arid shrubland because I think it would be too easy and they look very ugly. So I settled on this desert tile right here. It's on a major road, so I have trading partners, and I'm pretty close to the Empire. This was the world that it generated. It's a relatively open world, kind of big, but has many hills and landscape features that I could use for maybe defense, and within them they have a lot of natural resources, and a good amount of cactuses that I could cut down in case I need the wood. So, I decided to build my town using dev mode, and here it is. As per the rules, we had to have some certain buildings there, such as a tavern, ranch house, farmland, church, prison, stuff like that, so that's what I included. This was my tavern, where colonists could gather, enjoy, play poker, stuff like that, and eat. First things first, I need to make a farm. I started to lay some rice down, and then obviously started to plant some cycite plants to make yayo, since I'm, the king of yayo. But yayo is extremely important in a very difficult scenario. It's very good to make money. It can make your colonists really good at fighting, and makes them very happy. I wanted to show here that I'm turning off dead mode for the final time and using the storyteller, Diego Dyer. Builder Betty, one of my colonists, was a transhumanist, and she was frustrated that she had no artificial parts. To fix this, I was going to install a wooden denture into her jaw so she could be happier. While it does affect eating speed, the overall 4+ mood buff will be worth it in the long run, since eating speed is not that important. I used Quickshot to be the surgeon since he has the highest medical, and I just hope that it would not fail. For if it succeeds, then I'll have much happier colonists. And there it is, a wooden denture. It gives her a +4 mood boost, and if I please, then I can add more artificial parts at the expense of efficiency. Here's my barn. I usually have a really bad track record of keeping animals alive, but this, I'm making a promise that I will try to protect my animals as best I can without killing them or them dying in some horrible fashion. So you have my promise as a content creator that I will protect them like my own children. One struggle that I did not see unfolding was that the moderator said that we cannot enclose our town with a wall or use stone walls as defense, which makes it harder because then I need to rely on traders to get good weapons and gain the upper hand in combat. So a trader came, and I wanted to introduce my colonists first. Here's Quickshot. He is a really good shooter, which is why I named him Quickshot, and he's going to be the colonist cook. Builder Betty is going to be the constructor, crafter, and an aspiring surgeon. Sanguino, named after his trait Sanguine, gives him a +12 mood boost, and he's going to be planting, interacting with animals, and mining. Nudie, being the nudist, is really got construction, social, intellectual, and he'll be the second-hand farmer. Queen, being definitely the leader of my colony, excels in everything. Super good at nearly every ability with a super passionate and bloodlust. Needless to say, I could not ask more for such great leader of the colony, and she'll be protected very well. Not to be a pervert or anything, but I wanted Nudie to disrobe in front of the traders so that I can make them happy. And having this mood buff of 20, which is only 15 off from being high on Yayo, is super crucial to his happiness. Here are the weapons that my colonists are going to use. 2 bolt-action rifles, 2 revolvers, and Nudie, being the melee person, is going to hold the knife. I do have the dual-wielding mod on, but I didn't have enough guns to effectively dual-wield. The Yayo crops are coming in nice, and I just hope they can be ready soon. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask Quickshot to make fine meals and simple meals. While his skill set is not there yet, fine meals will help everyone be happy, and using an electric stove, I plugged in a old windmill to it so I could get some power. Until I make batteries, I'll have continuous rolling blackouts, which I need to fix. Queen proposed to name our colony and the name of the town that we're living in. After the challenge's name, I named it Westward Ho, and this is obviously Yayo Town, because what else would it be? A major mood buff to a hard colony is to create sculptures so the colonists can enjoy the environment that they're in, such as giving them happiness for sculptures in the dining room or in the recreation room. I decided to let my animals graze upon the grass fields, which was probably, in hindsight, one of the worst decisions that I could make. Since I have a good amount of animals, they decided to kind of descend like locusts upon the rice fields and limit the amount of food I could get. Nudie, at this time, was passing by the ancient danger, and in a future episode I will uncover it so I can get some goodies. Here is the first rampant problem that I'm going to be having. I often have no food because I do not have rice and not a lot of animals come by. Luckily some gazelles were out, so I told my colonists to go hunt them, and Queen got very dangerously close to getting shot in the back of the head while she was picking up her kill. A mad manhunting gazelle decided to attack some of my colonists, and obviously, being such good shots that we are, we defeated it easily. Here was a weird thing. Queen started binging on alcohol, which is weird because I don't have any alcohol, so I don't know what she was gonna do. She was malnourished, but obviously I don't have any food because all the animals are eating my food. I think you can see the dilemma that is starting to happen, and things are getting kind of dire because people are getting pretty pissed that they're always hungry. Here is the second biggest problem that I've ever had on the colony. I don't know why, but I was pausing and exiting to check if I was recording as if a meteor impacted my front lawn or something. A blight descended upon my cycloid plants, and I was like, shoot, I need to cut all of them down, which means I won't have Yayo for quite a while because cycloid plants take a long time to grow. Although I have over 500 hours in Rimworld, I mistakenly thought that it would not grow to the rice fields, even though blight certainly does grow to the rice fields. Later, I accepted a quest to shelter a noble from a manhunting guinea pig, and as you can see, such great shots. Really, the guinea pig only got feet from them without them ever even touching it. I accepted the quest with Nudie so he could gain some honor and a psychic ability. Sidecasters on hard difficulties are pretty much not really a necessity, but very, very good for the colony because you can use them in a lot of versatile ways. He learned the skill Pain Block, which is not that great, but good. Sanguino was the most upset of all my colonists, which is weird because he should be happy. He was greedy for an impressive bedroom, but like, he's supposed to be the one building the sculptures so he could have an impressive bedroom. I don't know what to tell him. And then my entire fields are blighted and I can't harvest them, so I decided to just cut all the plants and start again. This only exacerbated my food problem and left me in a horrible predicament for the future because no more animals were roaming in. I drafted everyone to cut the plants as soon as possible so I could get the food production going again. A few other notable incidents happened. First, I got this quest from 4 desert refugees seeking refuge in Yayo Town so they could get back on their feet. I don't have any food, so I denied it at the time. I drafted everyone to cut, and then Queen and Nudie, while they were cutting blighted plants, developed an affair, so now they'll be sleeping together as lovers. It was when Quickshot was cleaning his own vomit and cooking when I got a threat to pay money or I'll be attacked. And being the proud cowboy I was, I refused the offer. I was not going to pay no banditos any silver. And then the raid came. See, I have the Giddy Up mod, so one of them was riding a cougar and the other was riding a camel. I drafted all my colonists and hoped for the best because the raiders were often dual wielding and had much better guns than me. I decided to kind of stage the shootout in the church because the door will give us cover and the church's kind of ornamental flares will also provide cover. I gave ownership of the dog to Nudie, so when he's attacking people, the dog can help him. And here comes the bandits. I opened the door so they could get a clear shot. Nudie's moving to the left to get some cover, and they're all favoring behind the windmill. So I'm like, crap. Nudie really needs this dog on him right now. So I assign the dog, and Nudie's getting pumped full of lead and goes down almost immediately while the fight begins. Quickshot has food poisoning, so I don't expect him to last long. So that leaves the colony in the hand of Sanguino, Queen, and Builder Betty. I kind of mistakenly attacked this guy on a camel, even though they had a really good cover. The people on the left could not hit the people, my colonists on the right, essentially, so I wanted to systematically take down all, their raiders one by one. This guy with a double-barrel shotgun walks up to the church, and I kind of figure if he gets close to Builder Betty, it is lights out, and I will have to defend with only 2 colonists. It was in this middle of firefight where they decide to give up and try and kidnap the people. I have the run and gun mod on, so I was like, hell no. The 2 colonists come bursting out of the church, guns blazing, take down one of the raiders who is kidnapping Quickshot, and this other guy, who is a tough raider, who was really hard to kill, was taking away Nudie. And I was like, hell no, he's not leaving. I chase him down and just shoot him in the back of the head as many times as I can, eventually down him. Everyone else in the raiding party is trying to escape. This guy was panicking and he was trying to dig through my cemetery to leave, even though he could have just left normally. I didn't even notice this guy kidnapping Quickshot on a cougar, but he was taken down relatively quickly. And here was Nudie, about to die in 4 hours, and Quickshot, who is almost in a worse state. So the panic started to set in, and I did not know what to do. I knew my hospital was too far away to give them proper medical treatment. So here's a little trick that you can do, which I advise everyone to take notes on. There is a mod where you can stabilize a patient on the ground, but if you do this trick, you don't need to download a mod. You place a sleeping spot on the ground, disable the hospital beds, and then make the sleeping spot a hospital itself. This will make it so the colonists can drop them right where they are and then perform medical duties as fast as possible. It often saves colonists who only have a few hours to live, instead of dragging them all the way to the hospital and then walking to go get more medicine. Who knows if Nudie or Quickshot lives? Tune in next. Thanks for watching.